Lesson 1: Observing Appearance and Behavior.
Did you notice anything specific about their appearance or behavior?
Yes, I observed that they were dressed in formal attire and appeared to be engaged in a serious conversation.
That's interesting. It suggests that they might be discussing something important or business related.
I also noticed that they maintained eye contact throughout their conversation, indicating active listening and engagement.
Eye contact is indeed a crucial aspect of effective communication. It shows attentiveness and fosters a connection between individuals.
Furthermore, their body language seemed open and relaxed, suggesting a comfortable level of rapport between them.
Body language can convey a lot about a person's emotions and intentions. An open posture often signifies approachability and friendliness.
Additionally, their gestures were expressive and animated, emphasizing their points and adding emphasis to their conversation.
Gestures can enhance communication by providing visual cues and adding clarity to verbal messages.
I also noticed that they occasionally nodded in agreement, indicating their mutual understanding and agreement on certain points.
Nodding is a nonverbal way of conveying agreement or affirmation. It shows that they are on the same page.
On the other hand, I observed that they spoke in measured tones and took turns speaking, indicating respect for each other's opinions.
Taking turns to speak and speaking in a calm manner are signs of effective communication and active listening.
Furthermore, they seemed to maintain a balanced conversation, allowing each other equal opportunities to express their thoughts.
A balanced conversation ensures that both parties have a chance to contribute and participate actively.
Lastly, their facial expressions appeared serious and focused, suggesting that they were discussing a topic of importance or intensity.
Facial expressions can reveal a person's emotions and level of engagement in a conversation.
Overall, their appearance and behavior indicated professionalism, active engagement, and effective communication skills.
It's fascinating how much we can learn from observing others. Paying attention to these details can provide valuable insights into people's interactions.
Absolutely. Observing others can help us understand social dynamics and improve our own communication skills.
So, next time you're in a public setting, take a moment to observe people's appearance and behavior. You might gain interesting insights.
Definitely. It's an excellent way to sharpen your observational skills and become more attuned to nonverbal cues.
Observing others can be a valuable learning experience. Let's make it a habit to pay attention and learn from our surroundings.
Agreed. By being observant, we can enhance our understanding of human behavior and improve our own interpersonal skills.
Absolutely, Anna. Let's continue to observe and learn from the world around us.
Lesson 2: Authentic Taste in Cooking.
Yes, don't skimp on the tamarind paste and fish sauce for authentic taste.
I completely agree. Tamarind paste and fish sauce are essential ingredients in many traditional recipes.
They add a unique flavor profile that is difficult to replicate with any substitutes.
Tamarind paste lends a tangy and slightly sweet taste, while fish sauce brings a savory umami flavor to dishes.
It's important to use them in the right proportions to achieve the authentic taste.
Absolutely. The balance between the two is crucial for achieving the desired flavor profile.
Too little tamarind paste might result in a lack of tanginess, while too much fish sauce could make the dish overly salty.
Finding the right balance requires experimentation and adjusting according to personal preference.
It's worth noting that different brands of tamarind paste and fish sauce may vary in intensity, so it's good to taste and adjust accordingly.
Indeed. It's always a good idea to start with a smaller amount and gradually add more if needed.
Also, consider the specific dish you're preparing. Some recipes may require a stronger tamarind or fish sauce flavor than others.
That's true. It's important to follow the recipe guidelines and make adjustments based on your taste preferences.
Another tip is to use high-quality tamarind paste and fish sauce for the best results.
High-quality ingredients can make a significant difference in the overall taste and authenticity of the dish.
Absolutely. Don't compromise on the quality of these ingredients if you want to achieve an authentic and delicious flavor.
And if you're unsure about the proportions or how much to use, you can always refer to trusted recipes or seek guidance from experienced cooks.
That's a great suggestion. Learning from others who have experience with these ingredients can be invaluable.
Indeed. They can provide insights and tips to help you master the art of using tamarind paste and fish sauce.
So, remember, when aiming for an authentic taste, don't skimp on the tamarind paste and fish sauce. They are key elements in many flavorful dishes.
Absolutely. Embrace these ingredients and explore the rich and diverse flavors they bring to your culinary creations.
Enjoy the journey of experimenting and discovering the perfect balance of tamarind paste and fish sauce in your favorite dishes.
Happy cooking, and may your culinary adventures be filled with delicious and authentic flavors.
Thank you, Anna. Let's savor the wonders of tamarind paste and fish sauce in our cooking endeavors.
Lesson 3: Planning accommodation in a popular spot.
Accommodation in advance? It's a popular spot, so it's a good idea.
Absolutely. Planning and booking accommodation ahead of time can save us from last-minute stress and ensure availability.
Plus, popular destinations tend to have limited options, so booking early gives us a better chance of securing our preferred accommodation.
It's also an opportunity to research and find the best deals or special offers available.
That's true. By booking in advance, we can compare prices and take advantage of any discounts or promotions.
Additionally, planning ahead allows us to consider factors like location, amenities, and reviews to find the accommodation that suits our needs and preferences.
We can read reviews from other travelers to get insights into the quality and experiences of staying in different accommodations.
It's essential to consider our budget and find a balance between affordability and comfort when selecting accommodation.
Absolutely. We want to make the most of our trip without overspending on accommodation.
Another advantage of booking in advance is the peace of mind it provides. We can focus on other aspects of our trip, knowing that our accommodation is taken care of.
Indeed. It eliminates the uncertainty and allows us to plan our itinerary with more confidence.
However, it's important to be aware of cancellation policies and any potential fees associated with changing or canceling reservations.
Absolutely. We should carefully review the terms and conditions before making any bookings to avoid any unexpected costs.
In case our plans change, having flexibility in our accommodation reservations can be beneficial. So, it's worth considering options with more lenient cancellation policies.
That's a good point. Flexibility can come in handy, especially if our travel plans are subject to change.
Lastly, it's advisable to reach out to the accommodation directly if we have any specific requests or preferences, such as room location or special amenities.
Personalizing our experience by communicating our needs can enhance our stay and make it more enjoyable.
In summary, booking accommodation in advance is a wise decision when visiting popular destinations. It offers convenience, better options, and peace of mind.
Absolutely, Anna. Let's plan ahead and secure our accommodation to make our trip a memorable one.
I couldn't agree more, John. By taking this proactive approach, we can ensure a smooth and enjoyable travel experience.
So, let's start researching and booking our accommodation in advance. It's an essential step in our travel planning process.
Definitely. With our accommodation sorted, we can look forward to an incredible adventure in a popular destination.
Thank you, Anna, for the valuable insights. Let's make our travel plans a success by planning our accommodation in advance.
Lesson 4: Shopping for Stationery.
Hey, have you been shopping for stationery lately?
Yes, I've been looking for some cute and functional stationery items.
It's always exciting to explore different options and find stationery that suits our style and needs.
Absolutely. Stationery can add a touch of personality to our workspace or study area.
Plus, having the right stationery can enhance productivity and make tasks more enjoyable.
I've been eyeing some colorful pens and markers to make my notes and drawings more vibrant.
That sounds fun. Adding a pop of color can make studying or working on projects more engaging.
I've also been searching for a good quality notebook with thick, smooth paper for a comfortable writing experience.
It's important to find a notebook that feels good to write on and can handle different types of pens or markers without bleeding through.
I agree. The quality of the paper can make a significant difference in the overall writing or drawing experience.
Have you come across any unique or innovative stationery items during your search?
Yes, I found some adhesive page markers shaped like cute animals. They're perfect for organizing and marking important pages.
Those sound adorable. Functional and cute stationery can make tasks more enjoyable and add a touch of whimsy to our work or study routine.
Absolutely. It's the little details that can make a difference in our daily lives.
Have you considered any stationery organizers or storage solutions to keep everything tidy?
Yes, I've been looking for a compact desk organizer to keep my pens, pencils, and other small stationery items neatly arranged.
Keeping everything organized can help create a clutter-free workspace and make it easier to find what we need.
I completely agree. A well-organized stationery collection can inspire creativity and efficiency.
It's also worth checking online stores or local specialty shops for unique stationery finds that may not be available in regular stores.
That's a great idea. Exploring different sources can lead to discovering hidden gems and expanding our stationery collection.
Remember to set a budget for your stationery shopping to avoid overspending.
Wise advice. It's easy to get carried away with all the wonderful stationery options out there.
Indeed. By setting a budget, we can enjoy the shopping experience while still being mindful of our finances.
Thank you for the reminder, John. It's important to strike a balance between indulging in our stationery passion and being financially responsible.
You're welcome, Anna. Enjoy your stationery shopping and may you find the perfect items to enhance your workspace or study area.
Thank you, John. Happy shopping to you too. Let's embrace the joy of discovering new stationery treasures.
Absolutely, Anna. Let's make our stationery collection a reflection of our style and a source of inspiration in our daily tasks.
Lesson 5. Planning the duration of stay.
How long will you stay?
We're planning to stay for a week.
That sounds like a reasonable amount of time to explore the area and enjoy our trip.
Yes, a week should give us enough time to visit the main attractions and have a more relaxed experience.
It's important to consider the activities we want to do and the places we want to visit when determining the duration of our stay.
Absolutely. We should allocate enough time for sightseeing, trying local cuisine, and immersing ourselves in the culture.
It's also worth leaving some room for spontaneous adventures and unexpected discoveries during our trip.
That's true. Being open to unplanned experiences can add excitement and make our trip more memorable.
However, we should also be mindful of our schedules and commitments back home when deciding on the duration of our stay.
Yes, it's important to strike a balance between enjoying our vacation and ensuring a smooth transition back to our daily routines.
If we find that there are more places we want to explore or activities we want to try, we can always consider extending our stay.
That's a good point. Having flexibility in our travel plans can allow us to adapt and make the most of our time.
On the other hand, if we feel that a week is sufficient to experience what the destination has to offer, we can stick to our original plan.
Absolutely. It's about finding the right balance and making decisions based on our preferences and priorities.
Another factor to consider is the availability of flights and accommodation. We should check if there are any limitations or restrictions during our desired travel dates.
Yes, ensuring that flights and accommodation are readily available for the duration of our stay is essential to avoid any last-minute issues.
Additionally, it's a good idea to research the weather conditions during the time we plan to visit. It can help us prepare accordingly and make the most of our activities.
That's true. Being aware of the weather can guide our packing choices and help us plan outdoor activities more effectively.
Lastly, we should keep in mind our budget and the overall cost of staying for a specific duration. It's important to find a balance between the length of our stay and our financial resources.
Absolutely. We want to ensure that our trip remains within our planned budget and doesn't put a strain on our finances.
So, considering all these factors, a week sounds like a good starting point for our trip. We can always adjust if needed.
I agree, John. Let's plan for a week and remain open to possibilities along the way.
Thank you, Anna, for discussing the duration of our stay. It's important to have these conversations to ensure a well planned and enjoyable trip.
You're welcome, John. It's always a pleasure to discuss travel plans with you. Let's make the most of our one-week adventure.
Absolutely, Anna. Here's to a fantastic week filled with new experiences and cherished memories.
Lesson 6, English Learning Tips.
I've been studying English for a while now.
That's impressive. Can you give me some tips to improve my English skills?
Sure. One tip is to practice speaking English as much as possible. Find opportunities to converse with native speakers or join language exchange programs.
That sounds effective. Speaking regularly can help improve fluency and build confidence.
Absolutely. Another tip is to immerse yourself in English media such as movies, TV shows, and music. It helps with listening comprehension and vocabulary expansion.
I'll make sure to incorporate more English media into my daily routine. It sounds like an enjoyable way to learn.
It definitely is. Additionally, reading English books, articles, and news can enhance your reading skills and expose you to different writing styles.
I'll start reading more English materials to broaden my vocabulary and improve my comprehension.
That's a great idea. Another helpful tip is to practice writing in English. You can start by journaling or writing short essays on topics that interest you.
Writing regularly will definitely help me become more comfortable expressing my thoughts in English.
Absolutely. It's also beneficial to work on your grammar and sentence structure. There are many online resources and grammar exercises available to assist you.
I'll dedicate some time each day to focus on grammar practice. It's essential for clear communication.
Another tip is to expand your vocabulary by learning new words and phrases. Use flashcards or vocabulary apps to make learning more interactive and fun.
I'll make it a habit to learn a few new words every day. Building a strong vocabulary will improve my overall language skills.
That's great to hear. Additionally, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of the learning process, and they help you grow and improve.
I'll remember that. It's important to embrace mistakes as learning opportunities and not let them discourage me.
Absolutely. Lastly, find a study routine that works for you and stick to it. Consistency is key in language learning.
I'll create a study schedule and make English learning a daily habit. Consistency will help me progress steadily.
That's a fantastic approach, Anna. Remember to stay motivated and enjoy the journey of learning English.
Thank you, John, for sharing these valuable tips. I'm excited to implement them and see improvements in my English skills.
You're welcome, Anna. I have no doubt that with your dedication and these tips, you'll excel in your English learning journey. Best of luck.
Thank you, John. Your support means a lot to me. Let's continue supporting each other in our language learning endeavors.
Absolutely, Anna. Together, we can achieve great progress in our language skills.
Lesson 7: Accountability and Goal Setting.
Have you considered having someone hold you accountable for your goals?
That's a great idea. Having someone to keep me accountable can really help me stay on track.
It definitely does. When you share your goals with someone, they can check in on your progress and provide support and encouragement.
I'll make sure to find a trustworthy person who can help me stay accountable. It can make a significant difference in achieving my goals.
That's a wise decision. It's also important to set specific and measurable goals. When you have clear objectives, it becomes easier to track your progress.
I'll make sure to set realistic and measurable goals that I can work towards. It will give me a sense of direction and motivation.
Absolutely. It's also beneficial to break down your goals into smaller, manageable tasks. It makes the overall goal less overwhelming and more achievable.
Breaking down my goals into smaller tasks sounds like a practical approach. It will help me stay focused and make progress step by step.
That's right. Additionally, it's essential to regularly review and assess your goals. Reflecting on your progress allows you to make any necessary adjustments or revisions.
I'll schedule regular check-ins to evaluate my progress and make any necessary changes. It ensures that I stay aligned with my goals.
That's a great practice. Another tip is to celebrate milestones along the way. Acknowledging your achievements can boost your motivation and keep you inspired.
I'll make sure to celebrate my milestones, no matter how small they may seem. It's important to acknowledge the progress I've made.
Absolutely. It's also helpful to create a supportive environment. Surround yourself with people who encourage and inspire you to reach your goals.
I'll make an effort to surround myself with positive and supportive individuals who can motivate me on my journey.
That's fantastic. Another valuable tip is to stay disciplined and committed to your goals, even when faced with challenges or setbacks.
I'll remind myself of my commitment and stay resilient in the face of challenges. It's important not to give up and keep pushing forward.
That's the spirit. Lastly, don't be afraid to ask for help when needed. Seeking guidance or advice from others can provide valuable insights and help you overcome obstacles.
I'll remember to reach out for assistance when I need it. It's okay to ask for help and learn from those who have experience in my areas of interest.
That's a wise approach, Anna. Remember, accountability and goal setting go hand in hand. By implementing these strategies, you can achieve remarkable results.
Thank you, John, for sharing these valuable insights. I'm excited to apply them to my own goal-setting journey.
You're welcome, Anna. I have no doubt that with your determination and these tips, you'll make significant progress towards your goals. Best of luck.
Thank you, John. I appreciate your support and encouragement. Let's continue to inspire each other as we work towards our goals.
Absolutely, Anna. Together, we can accomplish great things.
Lesson 8: Balancing Self-Care and Discipline.
Taking care of myself is important, but sometimes I struggle to find the right balance.
I understand. It's essential to prioritize self-care while maintaining discipline in our daily lives.
Exactly. I believe occasional treats are necessary to satisfy cravings and reward ourselves for our hard work.
I couldn't agree more. Allowing ourselves occasional indulgences can help us maintain a healthy relationship with our goals.
However, it's crucial not to let those treats become excessive or derail our progress.
Absolutely. Moderation is key when it comes to treating ourselves. It's about finding a healthy balance.
It's important to listen to our bodies and give ourselves what we need while staying disciplined with our commitments.
That's right. Self-awareness plays a significant role in identifying when we genuinely need a treat and when it's best to practice restraint.
Practicing self-discipline doesn't mean depriving ourselves. It means making conscious choices that align with our long-term goals.
I agree. It's about making intentional decisions that support our overall well-being and progress.
Additionally, finding alternative ways to satisfy cravings can be helpful. Exploring healthier options can still provide enjoyment without compromising our goals.
That's a great point. Discovering healthier alternatives allows us to indulge in a more balanced and mindful way.
It's also essential to remember that self-care extends beyond treats. Prioritizing rest, relaxation, and activities that bring us joy are equally important.
Absolutely. Self-care encompasses various aspects of our lives, including our physical, mental, and emotional well-being.
By finding the right balance between self-care and discipline, we can lead a more fulfilling and sustainable lifestyle.
I couldn't agree more. It's about nurturing ourselves while staying committed to our personal growth and aspirations.
Precisely. It's an ongoing journey of self-discovery and self-improvement.
Finding that balance requires self-reflection and adaptability as our needs and circumstances change.
And with practice, we can cultivate a healthy relationship with self-care and discipline that supports our overall well-being.
Thank you, John, for discussing this important topic. It's a reminder to prioritize both self-care and discipline in our lives.
You're welcome, Anna. It's a pleasure to explore these topics with you. Let's continue to find that balance and support each other on this journey.
Lesson 9: Exploring transportation options.
I've been thinking about transportation within the cities. What are your thoughts on it?
It's an important aspect to consider. Public transport is often a reliable option for getting around.
That's good to know. Is public transport generally accessible and convenient?
Yes, public transport systems are designed to cater to the needs of commuters and offer a convenient way to travel within cities.
That's reassuring. Are the schedules and routes well maintained and efficient?
Public transport authorities strive to maintain reliable schedules and efficient routes to ensure smooth transportation for commuters.
That's great to hear. What about the cost? Is public transport affordable?
Public transport fares are generally more affordable compared to private transportation options, making it a cost-effective choice for many.
That's a significant advantage. How about the frequency of public transport services?
Public transport services often operate with regular schedules and frequent intervals, ensuring that commuters have convenient options throughout the day.
That's convenient for those who rely on public transport. Are there any other benefits to using public transportation?
Absolutely. Public transport reduces traffic congestion, lowers carbon emissions, and promotes a more sustainable mode of transportation.
That's fantastic. It's great to see the positive impact it can have on the environment. Are there any downsides to using public transport?
While public transport is generally reliable, there can be occasional delays or overcrowding during peak hours, depending on the city.
That's understandable. It's important to plan accordingly and allow some buffer time. Are there any alternatives to public transport?
Yes, there are alternatives such as cycling, walking, or ride-sharing services that offer flexibility and may be suitable for shorter distances or specific needs.
That's good to know. It's great to have options that cater to different preferences and circumstances. Are there any tips for using public transport effectively?
Planning your routes, checking schedules in advance, and being aware of any updates or disruptions can help ensure a smoother experience with public transport.
That's helpful advice. It's always good to be prepared and informed. Thank you for sharing these insights, Anna.
You're welcome, John. I'm glad I could provide some information. Public transport can be a reliable and efficient way to navigate cities.
Absolutely, Anna. It's an essential aspect of urban life, and understanding the options available helps us make informed choices.
Lesson 10: Navigating the City.
Excuse me, can you tell me how far it is from here if I take a left at the traffic lights and keep walking?
Sure, it's about a 10-minute walk from here if you follow that route.
Thank you. Is the path straightforward, or are there any landmarks I should look out for?
The path is relatively straightforward. However, you'll pass by a large fountain and a park on your way.
That's helpful. Are there any other notable landmarks I should be aware of?
Notable landmarks along the way include a bookstore and a cafe, which can serve as additional reference points.
That's good to know. Will I need to cross any major intersections?
No, you won't need to cross any major intersections. Just continue straight until you reach your destination.
Perfect. Are there any public transportation options available if I decide not to walk?
Yes, there's a bus stop nearby that can take you directly to your destination if you prefer public transport.
That's convenient. I'll keep that in mind as an alternative. Is the area safe for pedestrians?
Yes, the area is generally safe for pedestrians, with well-maintained sidewalks and pedestrian crossings.
That's reassuring. I appreciate the information. Are there any other routes I can consider?
There's an alternative route that goes through the shopping district if you prefer a more vibrant and bustling atmosphere.
That sounds interesting. How long would that route take?
Taking the alternative route through the shopping district would add an extra 5 minutes to your overall travel time.
I see. It's good to have options. Thank you for sharing these details, Anna.
You're welcome, John. I'm glad I could assist you. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask.
I appreciate your help. I'll follow your directions and explore the city. Have a great day, Anna.
Lesson 11: Exploring Mexican Cuisine.
Mexican food is great. I love tacos and guacamole.
I agree, John. Mexican cuisine offers a delightful array of flavors and dishes.
Tacos are so versatile. There are endless combinations of fillings and toppings to explore.
That's true. From traditional options like carne asada to vegetarian choices like grilled vegetables, there's something for everyone.
And let's not forget about guacamole. It's the perfect creamy and flavorful dip for tortilla chips.
Absolutely. The combination of avocados, lime juice, onions, and cilantro creates a refreshing and tangy taste.
It's always a crowd pleaser at parties and gatherings. What are some other popular Mexican dishes?
Mexican cuisine offers a variety of delicious dishes such as enchiladas, chiles rellenos, and tamales.
Enchiladas are fantastic. The combination of tender meat or cheese wrapped in a tortilla and smothered in flavorful sauce is irresistible.
Chiles rellenos, which are stuffed and battered peppers, offer a satisfying blend of flavors and textures.
And tamales, with their soft masa dough and flavorful fillings, are a true comfort food.
Absolutely. Mexican cuisine celebrates the rich and vibrant flavors of various ingredients.
I also enjoy Mexican beverages like horchata and margaritas. They complement the flavors of the food perfectly.
Horchata, with its sweet rice milk infused with cinnamon, is a refreshing choice. Margaritas are a classic and popular cocktail.
Mexican cuisine truly has a wide range of culinary delights to offer. It's a cuisine that never fails to impress.
Indeed, John. Exploring the flavors and dishes of Mexican cuisine is a delightful culinary adventure.
I'm glad we share a love for Mexican food. It's always a treat to indulge in these flavors.
Absolutely, John. Mexican cuisine is a treasure trove of deliciousness that never disappoints.
Let's continue to explore and savor the wonders of Mexican cuisine. It's a journey worth taking.
Lesson 12: Staying motivated.
Anna, how do you stay motivated in your daily life?
I find that setting specific goals helps me stay motivated and focused.
That's a great approach. How do you define your goals?
I make sure my goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. SMART goals.
SMART goals are indeed effective. How do you keep track of your progress?
I maintain a journal or use digital tools to track my progress and celebrate milestones along the way.
That's a good idea. How do you deal with setbacks or obstacles?
When faced with setbacks, I remind myself of the bigger picture and find ways to overcome challenges.
That's a resilient mindset. Do you have any strategies to stay focused?
I break down larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks to stay focused and maintain momentum.
That sounds practical. How do you reward yourself for achieving your goals?
I reward myself with something I enjoy, like treating myself to a favorite meal or engaging in a leisure activity.
That's a great way to stay motivated. Do you have any other tips to share?
Surrounding myself with supportive and like-minded individuals helps me stay motivated and accountable.
That's a valuable tip. How do you stay motivated when working on long-term goals?
I remind myself of my long-term vision and periodically review my progress to stay motivated and committed.
That's a helpful strategy. How do you stay motivated when facing monotony or repetition?
I try to find ways to add variety or challenge myself within the task to keep things interesting and stay motivated.
That's a creative approach. How do you stay motivated during challenging times?
During challenging times, I focus on self-care, practice positive affirmations, and seek inspiration from others.
That's important for maintaining motivation. Do you have any final thoughts on staying motivated?
Remember that motivation can fluctuate, but by setting goals, tracking progress, and rewarding yourself, you can stay on track.
Thank you for sharing your insights, Anna. These tips will help me stay motivated too.
You're welcome, John. I'm glad I could help. Remember, staying motivated is a journey, and you're capable of achieving great things.
I appreciate your encouragement, Anna. Let's continue to support each other's journey towards success.
Lesson 13: Making Brand Preferences.
Anna, do you have any particular brand preferences when it comes to shopping?
Yes, John. I usually go for organic options when selecting products.
That's great. What makes you lean towards organic brands?
Organic brands prioritize using natural ingredients and sustainable farming practices, which aligns with my values.
That's understandable. Are there any specific organic brands you prefer?
I have a few favorite organic brands for different products, such as organic produce, dairy, and personal care items.
It's good to have trusted brands. How do you decide when trying new brands?
When trying new brands, I look for organic certifications, read reviews, and consider my personal preferences and values.
That's a thoughtful approach. Are there any non-organic brands you still prefer?
While I mostly prefer organic options, there are a few non-organic brands I trust for certain products that meet my needs.
That's understandable. How important is brand reputation in your decision-making process?
Brand reputation plays a significant role in my decision-making process. I value brands with a strong track record of quality and transparency.
That's wise. Do you consider factors like price and availability when choosing brands?
Price and availability are also important factors. I try to find a balance between quality, affordability, and accessibility.
That's a practical approach. How do you stay informed about new brands or product options?
I stay informed through online research, recommendations from trusted sources, and staying updated on industry trends.
That's helpful. Are there any specific resources or platforms you rely on for information?
I often rely on consumer review websites, health and wellness publications, and social media platforms for information.
That's a well rounded approach. Do you have any final thoughts on brand preferences?
Brand preferences can vary based on personal values, needs, and experiences. It's important to find brands that align with your lifestyle.
That's a valuable perspective. Thank you for sharing your insights, Anna. It's given me some ideas for my own brand preferences.
You're welcome, John. I'm glad I could help. Remember to prioritize what matters most to you when making brand choices.
I appreciate your advice, Anna. Let's continue to make conscious choices that align with our values.
Lesson 14: Meeting Pets' Needs.
Anna, how do you learn to take care of your pet's needs?
It depends on your pet's needs, but you can try online tutorials for guidance.
That's a good suggestion. Are there specific resources or platforms you recommend for pet care tutorials?
YouTube and pet care websites often have helpful tutorials and guides for various aspects of pet care.
That's convenient. How do you determine which tutorials to follow?
I look for tutorials that are reputable, have positive feedback from other pet owners, and align with expert advice.
That's a smart approach. Do you find online tutorials sufficient for meeting your pet's needs?
Online tutorials provide a good foundation, but I also consult with veterinarians or experienced pet owners for personalized advice.
That's wise. Do you have any tips for finding reliable online tutorials?
Look for tutorials created by reputable organizations, veterinarians, or experienced pet care professionals.
That's a helpful tip. Are there any other sources you rely on for pet care information?
In addition to online tutorials, I also refer to books, pet magazines, and attend local pet care workshops when available.
That's comprehensive. How do you adapt the information from tutorials to your specific pet?
I consider the unique needs of my pet and consult with professionals to tailor the information to their specific requirements.
That's important for providing personalized care. How do you stay updated on new pet care information?
I follow trusted pet care publications, attend seminars, and engage with online pet care communities to stay informed.
That's a proactive approach. Do you have any final thoughts on learning to meet pets' needs?
Remember that every pet is different, so it's important to observe, learn, and adapt to provide the best care possible.
That's a valuable perspective. Thank you for sharing your insights, Anna. It's given me some ideas for my own pet care journey.
You're welcome, John. I'm glad I could help. Remember, learning to meet your pet's needs is a continuous process filled with love and care.
I appreciate your advice, Anna. Let's continue to learn and provide the best care for our furry friends.
Lesson 15: Finding Everything You Need.
Anna, did you manage to find everything you needed at the store?
Yes, fortunately, everything was in stock. I got everything on my shopping list.
That's great. How do you ensure you don't miss any items when making a shopping list?
I usually plan my meals for the week ahead and check my pantry to see what I need to restock.
That's a practical approach. Do you organize your shopping list in any specific way?
I organize my shopping list by categories, such as produce, dairy, meats, and pantry items, to make it easier to navigate the store.
That's efficient. How do you handle it if an item on your list is out of stock?
If an item is out of stock, I may look for alternatives or make a note to check again next time I go shopping.
That's adaptable. How do you ensure you don't forget your shopping list at home?
I usually keep a digital copy of my shopping list on my phone or use a shopping list app to have it easily accessible.
That's a smart idea. How do you resist impulse buying and stick to your shopping list?
I try to stay focused and remind myself of my budget and the specific items I need. It helps me avoid unnecessary purchases.
That's disciplined. How often do you go grocery shopping to ensure you have everything you need?
I typically go grocery shopping once a week to restock on fresh produce and other essentials.
That's a good schedule. How do you handle it if you forget an item on your shopping list?
If I forget an item, I either make do with what I have or go back to the store if it's something essential.
That's resourceful. Do you have any final thoughts on finding everything you need?
It's important to plan ahead, stay organized, and be adaptable when shopping to ensure you have everything you need.
That's valuable advice. Thank you for sharing your insights, Anna. It's given me some ideas to improve my shopping routine.
You're welcome, John. I'm glad I could help. Remember, preparation and organization can make grocery shopping a smooth experience.
I appreciate your input, Anna. Let's continue to be mindful shoppers and make the most of our grocery trips.
Lesson 16: Embracing failure on the path to success.
Anna, remember that failure is a part of success. Don't fear it, embrace it as a learning opportunity.
I understand the concept, John, but I can't help worrying that I won't achieve my goals.
It's natural to have worries, Anna, but remember that setbacks and failures are stepping stones towards growth and accomplishment.
I suppose you're right. How do you personally handle the fear of not reaching your goals?
When I feel apprehensive, I remind myself that failure is not permanent. It's an opportunity to learn, adapt, and keep moving forward.
That's a positive mindset to have. How do you maintain motivation when faced with setbacks?
I stay motivated by focusing on my long term vision and breaking my goals down into smaller, achievable steps. It keeps me determined and driven.
That's a practical approach. Do you have any strategies for bouncing back after a failure?
After a failure, I take time to reflect and analyze what went wrong. Then, I make necessary adjustments and use the lessons learned to improve.
That's a proactive way to handle setbacks. What if you encounter repeated failures in pursuing your goals?
If I encounter repeated failures, I reassess my approach, seek guidance from mentors or experts, and explore alternative paths to reach my goals.
That's adaptable and resilient. How important is it to reevaluate and adjust goals as we progress?
It's crucial to periodically reevaluate and adjust our goals. Life is dynamic, and our aspirations may evolve or require modification along the way.
That makes sense. How do you overcome self-doubt that may arise from failures?
I overcome self doubt by focusing on my strengths, celebrating small victories, and surrounding myself with supportive and encouraging people.
That's empowering. Do you have any final thoughts on overcoming the fear of not achieving goals?
Remember, Anna, that success is not defined solely by reaching a specific outcome. It's a journey of growth, resilience, and continuous improvement.
Thank you for your words of wisdom, John. I will strive to embrace failure as a stepping stone and keep pursuing my goals.
You're welcome, Anna. I believe in your potential and know that you can overcome any obstacles on your path to success.
Your belief means a lot to me, John. Let's support each other and embrace the challenges that come our way.
Absolutely, Anna. Together, we can conquer our fears and achieve great things.
Lesson 17: Expanding product range for customer attraction.
Anna, I had a thought. What do you think about expanding our product range at the shop?
That sounds like a good idea, John. It could help us attract more customers and offer a wider variety of options.
I agree. What products do you think we should consider adding to our current selection?
We could explore introducing specialty teas, artisanal pastries, or even healthy grab-and-go snacks to cater to different preferences.
Those are great suggestions. How do you think expanding the product range would benefit our customers?
By offering a diverse range of products, we can better meet the unique tastes and preferences of our customers, enhancing their overall experience.
That's true. Do you think expanding the product range would also attract new customers?
Absolutely, John. With a wider selection, we can appeal to a broader customer base and attract those looking for specific products.
That makes sense. How would you approach introducing new products to our customers?
We could start by conducting market research to identify popular trends and preferences, and then gradually introduce new products with targeted marketing campaigns.
That's a strategic approach. How would we ensure that the quality of the new products matches our existing standards?
We can partner with reputable suppliers, conduct quality checks, and seek feedback from our customers to maintain our high standards.
That's important for consistency. What factors should we consider when pricing the new products?
We should consider factors such as production costs, market demand, competitor prices, and ensure that the pricing aligns with the value offered.
That's a comprehensive approach. Do you have any final thoughts on expanding our product range?
It's important to strike a balance between offering variety and maintaining focus on our core products to ensure a cohesive customer experience.
I agree, Anna. Let's carefully plan and execute the expansion to provide our customers with an even better coffee shop experience.
Lesson 18, Scheduling a Meetup on Saturday.
Anna, how about we meet up this weekend? Saturday works well for me. How about you?
That sounds perfect, John. I'm also free on Saturday. What time would you prefer?
How about meeting in the afternoon? Does that time frame work for you?
Yes, the afternoon works for me too. Shall we say around 2 p.m.?
2 p.m. sounds good. Where would you like to meet?
How about meeting at the new cafe downtown? It has a cozy ambience and great reviews.
That sounds like a nice choice. Let's meet at the cafe downtown at 2 p.m. on Saturday then.
Agreed, John. I'll make a note of it in my calendar. Looking forward to catching up.
Me too, Anna. It'll be great to chat and spend some time together. See you on Saturday.
See you then, John. Have a wonderful day until we meet on Saturday.
You too, Anna. Take care and see you soon.
Lesson 19, Continuing the Discussion.
Anna, there are some important matters we need to discuss. Shall we continue?
Absolutely, John. Let's continue to find solutions and address these matters.
Firstly, we need to address the issue of declining sales. What ideas do you have to improve our numbers?
One idea is to analyze customer feedback and identify areas for improvement in our products and services.
That's a good starting point. Additionally, we could consider implementing targeted marketing campaigns to reach new customers.
Agreed. We should also evaluate our pricing strategy and assess if adjustments are needed to remain competitive.
Excellent point. Another matter we need to discuss is streamlining our internal processes. How can we make them more efficient?
We could conduct an internal audit to identify bottlenecks and areas of inefficiency, and then implement process improvements.
That's a proactive approach. We should also encourage open communication and cross-department collaboration to enhance efficiency.
Collaboration is key. Next, we need to address employee morale. How can we create a more positive work environment?
We can organize team-building activities, recognize and appreciate employee achievements, and foster a culture of open feedback and support.
Those efforts will help boost morale. Lastly, let's discuss ways to enhance customer satisfaction. What ideas do you have?
We can invest in customer service training, personalize our interactions, and implement a loyalty program to reward our valued customers.
Great suggestions. It's crucial to prioritize customer satisfaction. Let's ensure we gather feedback to continuously improve our offerings.
Absolutely, Anna. By addressing these matters and implementing thoughtful solutions, we can navigate challenges and achieve success.
I couldn't agree more, John. Let's work together to find effective strategies and propel our business forward.
Thank you for your input, Anna. Your insights and ideas are invaluable as we tackle these important matters.
Thank you, John. I appreciate your leadership and collaboration. Let's keep working towards our goals.
Indeed, Anna. Together, we will overcome obstacles and drive positive change.
Lesson 20: Packing light and exploring local cuisine.
Anna, I'm planning my upcoming trip. Do you have any tips for packing light?
Absolutely, John. One tip is to make a checklist and pack versatile clothing items that can be mixed and matched.
That's a smart approach. What about toiletries and personal items?
Opt for travel-sized toiletries and consider purchasing essentials at your destination to save space and weight in your luggage.
Good suggestion. Any advice on packing electronics and gadgets?
Only bring the necessary electronics and their chargers. Consider using multi-purpose devices to minimize the number of items.
That's practical. Now, let's talk about exploring local cuisine. Any tips for trying new dishes?
Be adventurous and open-minded when it comes to trying local cuisine. Start with popular dishes and seek recommendations from locals.
That sounds exciting. How can we ensure we find authentic local restaurants?
Research and read reviews from reliable sources. Look for restaurants frequented by locals rather than purely tourist-oriented establishments.
That's a great tip. Any precautions we should take regarding food safety?
Pay attention to hygiene standards, choose well-cooked food, and drink bottled water to minimize the risk of foodborne illnesses.
Important points to keep in mind. How can we overcome language barriers while ordering food?
Carry a phrasebook or use translation apps to communicate basic phrases. Also, nonverbal cues and pointing can be helpful.
Good idea. Lastly, how can we respect local dining customs and etiquette?
Observe and follow local customs, such as table manners and tipping practices. Show appreciation for the cuisine and culture.
That's essential for cultural immersion. Thank you for these valuable tips, Anna. They will definitely enhance my travel experience.
You're welcome, John. I'm glad I could help. Have a fantastic trip and enjoy exploring new places and flavors.
Thank you, Anna. I will make the most of it. I'll be sure to share my travel stories with you when I return.
Lesson 21, Smart Shopping Tips.
Anna, I'm heading to the grocery store. Do you have any tips for smart shopping?
Absolutely, John. Just remember to check the expiration dates on the products you're buying to ensure freshness and quality.
That's a good reminder. What about comparing prices? Any suggestions?
Take the time to compare prices between different brands or sizes to make sure you're getting the best value for your money.
That makes sense. How can we identify the best deals and discounts?
Keep an eye out for in-store promotions, sales flyers, and digital coupons that can help you save on your purchases.
Great tip. What about perishable items? How can we ensure they last longer?
Look for items with the furthest expiration dates and consider freezing or properly storing perishable items to extend their shelf life.
That's helpful to know. How can we make healthier choices while shopping?
Read nutrition labels and ingredient lists to make informed decisions. Choose fresh produce and opt for whole grain and low sugar options.
Good advice. Any tips for avoiding impulsive purchases?
Make a shopping list and stick to it. Avoid shopping on an empty stomach and try to resist the temptation of impulse buys.
I'll keep that in mind. Is there a strategy for organizing groceries during checkout?
Group similar items together on the conveyor belt to make it easier for the cashier to scan and pack your groceries.
That's a practical tip. Lastly, how can we reduce food waste while shopping?
Plan your meals in advance and buy only what you need. Avoid overbuying perishable items that might go to waste.
Wise approach. Thank you for sharing these valuable shopping tips, Anna. I'll definitely apply them during my trip to the store.
You're welcome, John. I'm glad I could help. Happy shopping and enjoy your groceries.
Thank you, Anna. I'll make sure to shop smart and make informed choices. Have a wonderful day.
Lesson 23, Sharing Knowledge from the Speaker.
Anna, I attended a conference today, and the keynote speaker shared some fascinating insights. Would you like to hear about it?
Absolutely, John. I'm interested to know what the keynote speaker talked about. Please share the highlights with me.
The speaker discussed the future of artificial intelligence and its impact on various industries. It was truly thought-provoking.
That sounds intriguing, John. What were some key points mentioned about the future of AI?
The speaker emphasized the importance of ethical considerations in AI development and the potential for AI to enhance productivity and innovation.
Ethical considerations are indeed crucial. Did the speaker mention any specific industries that would be greatly affected by AI?
Yes, the speaker highlighted healthcare, finance, and transportation as industries that are expected to undergo significant transformations due to AI advancements.
Those are key sectors indeed. Were there any insights shared regarding the challenges of implementing AI?
The speaker discussed the challenges of data privacy and security, as well as the need for upskilling the workforce to adapt to the changing technological landscape.
Adaptation and security are vital. Did the speaker provide any examples of successful AI applications or case studies?
Absolutely, Anna. The speaker shared examples of AI powered virtual assistants, personalized medicine, and autonomous vehicles as successful applications of AI.
Those examples demonstrate the potential of AI. Did the speaker discuss any potential risks or concerns associated with AI?
Yes, the speaker addressed concerns about job displacement and the need for responsible AI governance to ensure fairness and transparency.
Responsible governance is essential. Thank you for sharing these insights, John. It sounds like an enlightening conference.
You're welcome, Anna. It was an enriching experience. I'm glad I could share some of the knowledge with you.
I appreciate that, John. It's always valuable to learn and stay informed. Thank you for keeping me updated.
It's my pleasure, Anna. Let's continue to explore and discuss emerging technologies together. Have a wonderful day.